Hello and welcome to our step-by-step tutorial on how to create a corporate trip on our website. Firstly, we need to log in. Once logged in, head over to Book a Trip. Here, you'll find the options to select our pickup location and the destination. To begin, we must register as a corporate user, so let's navigate to the Corporate panel. Within the panel, you'll see the Corporate Prime panel displayed. This is where you can view all the details related to our corporate services. Here, you'll need to click on the Customer tab. Following that, you can add a new customer. We're going to add customer. At this point, you have the ability to enter an email ID and a contact number. Continuing on, we enter the phone number and click the Add button to see the user's details. Then we click on Send Request to invite the user to our corporate services. Next, let's switch to the User panel. Here, you can view the details of the corporate request sent. If you wish to associate with the corporate, click on the Yes button. If not, click on No. Since we're proceeding with the corporate association, click on Yes. You'll notice that your profile updates successfully. Returning to the Corporate panel, you can confirm that we have successfully been added as a corporate user. Finally, we'll set an amount limit to create a trip. Here we set the limit. Click on Ads. We define our limit as a trip limit, allowing a corporate user to create trips. As a corporate user, you must adhere to the specified amount when creating any trip. Now, let's go to our User panel, where you'll be able to create a trip for corporate purposes. Here, you can see the option to define a destination and add stops. Although we are proceeding as normal, we will create this as a corporate trip. Now, click on Select Type. You can now view the notification of the fare estimate, and the driver is in close proximity. You can observe that we're creating this trip as a corporate user. Our dialog now indicates Corporate Trip. Before we continue, let's understand what a corporate trip is. It's a journey undertaken for business purposes, typically by employees or representatives of a company. A corporate trip is planned for various business-related reasons, such as attending meetings, conferences, training sessions, and client visits, or any other work-related events. These trips enable employees to fulfill their professional obligations. When a company uses a taxi service for corporate trips, it aids in expense management by allowing the transportation costs to be tracked and included in the overall travel expenses for reimbursement and accounting purposes. In essence, corporate taxi services provide a strategic and efficient means for companies to meet their transportation needs, allowing employees to focus on their professional commitments without logistical concerns. This introduction outlines the purpose and use cases of our corporate trip service. Moving on to the next step, we are selecting our service type. You will see the options available, and most importantly, you need to click to create trip as corporate. Then you'll be able to see your payment options, which include cash or card. Your payment is deducted from the corporate account, and your corporate sets your limit. We can set limits for our trips accordingly. You can create your trip, and you're also able to apply a promo code. So, we're going for the ride now, even the option to schedule it for later. For now, we'll click on the Ride Now button. You have the option to go for a fixed rate or opt for the normal rate, which is based on time and distance. We're selecting the normal trip, and now we wait for a driver's response. Once a driver accepts your ride, you can view all the details about them. You can see your driver's details, including their name, phone number, and ratings. You can also chat with your driver, and they can chat with you. We provide you with the driver's vehicle details, such as the vehicle name, the license plate number, and you can also view your pickup address and destination address. Additionally, we show the service type, and you can see the payment mode, which is currently set to card. If you wish to change your payment method to cash, you have the option to change it. Click on the Edit button to change your payment mode. Observe the trip status here, which includes statuses like creating and accepting. At this point, the driver has arrived. While the trip has not started, you have the option to cancel it. However, once the trip has started, you will no longer be able to cancel. Let's proceed. As our trip is now starting, we can see that cancellation is not an option. You also have the ability to view this trip on the corporate panel. From here, you can view the trip details on the right. If you need to change the trip status, you can do so from the Corporate panel. But for now, let's move to the User panel, where we can see all the details and wait for the trip to complete. Once the trip is completed, you can find it in the trip history. Here, you can review all the trip details, including the driver's name, driver's contact number, your pickup address, and destination address. You can also view the invoice, which will show you the ride charge, tax charges, and other charges. You'll see if the customer paid by wallet, which is deducted from the corporate panel. This is where you can track all the status updates of your trip. Finally, click on the Submit button and proceed to give a rating to your driver. After providing the rating, don't forget to offer tips to your driver if you wish. You can also leave comments about your trip. Click on the Submit button to finalize everything. With that, we have completed our trip. This concludes the flow of creating a trip in the corporate panel, from starting from scratch to adding a corporate user. After these steps, you'll be able to create trips as a corporate user. We hope this explanation helps to understand the process of booking and completing a corporate trip, step by step. Thank you for your attention, and we are grateful for the time you've spent watching this video.